Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, Wonder Woman 3 apparently was axed by Warner Brothers because Patty Jenkins became too big for her britches. She rejected the studio notes and then proceeded to walk off the highly anticipated Gal Gadot project. Now, take this with a pinch of salt. We don't know. But Patty Jenkins actually has quite a long history, or at least fairly long history of leaving projects. A lot of people don't remember this, but she was actually attached to one of the Thor movies before she left after like 2 months due to creative differences. So this isn't new in her career. Rogue Squadron seems to be done as well. We don't know whether that's obviously her or a case of, well, I don't know, Kathleen Kennedy announcing things when there's actually no basis for them. But this is interesting. This comes whereas DC's doing a massive shake-up. And it's just fascinating stuff. So, let's check this out. Before we do, ladies and gents, please do check out my second channel. It's a live stream channel. It's not just whole streams. There are clips and highlights. It's in the description box. It's called Missed Reviews Live Archives. Got some fantastic panels going there from fellow content creators and industry professionals. So please do go ahead and check that out in the description box. Would appreciate it. And hit subscribe, of course, if you're new to this channel. But let's check this out. It was revealed this week that Warner Brothers would not be moving forward with Wonder Woman 3, which came as a shock to DC fans. Now, in terms of what they're not moving forward with, they're not moving forwards with this Wonder Woman in its current format. But I also would hazard a guess they're not moving forwards just generally with Patty Jenkins. But it's now been reported that it was scrapped after director Patty Jenkins, who helmed the first 2 female-led superhero movies, rejected studio notes on a treatment for the sequel, which led to her exiting the project, according to the Wrap. So according to sources, Jenkins had turned in her treatment last week, and it was not well received by the studio execs. Now, there's a few things to consider here. Is that, you know, she worked with someone on the first one, and then the second one she had more creative control, sole writing, etc. So it could be a case of her becoming a little bit too ambitious with, you know, where she believes she sits in the running on these things. You know, that's not unheard of. I'm not going to say that is the case, but it's not unheard of. I can believe that that could be it. And then obviously handing in the third one, she's thinking she's God's gift. Might have just gone, no, hell, you know, to hell with you. No Patty, no Wonder Woman is what people are going to say. Maybe she thought, but alas, that's probably not the case. Wonder Woman Film Group co-chairpersons and CEOs Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy were cited as the ones who rejected Jenkins' treatment and did not plan to move forward with the film in its current iteration. And again, highly likely with the Helmer there. It was also claimed that the studio's new CEOs, James Gunn and Peter Safran, agreed that Jenkins' version of the film didn't work. And that could be a case of multiple reasons, mainly just because of where they want to go with it. You know, they are setting up a brand new universe. They're moving things forward in obviously a different direction. And of course it's going to be a different direction moving forwards. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. But could they dislike it further from that? Yeah, probably. You know, James Gunn and Peter Safran could be looking at the second film and going, I mean, it did awful. You know, was essentially a bomb. Do we want to run that risk again? No. Because, well, Warner Brothers is in $50 billion of debt. It's quite a lot of money. So they're going to be wanting to minimise all of that. And they'll also have a mandate from Zaslav to minimise loss as well, obviously. Now, this was communicated to Jenkins, and DeLuca and Abdy wondered if the director would be willing to move the sequel in a different direction. However, it was alleged that the pair's offer was refused by Jenkins, and she accused them of not understanding her vision or the trajectory of Wonder Woman as a whole. And here's the quote. Jenkins let them know that they were wrong, that they didn't understand her, didn't understand the character, didn't understand character arcs, and didn't understand what Jenkins was trying to do, an insider claimed. But here's the deal, Jenkins. It's not your character. They can do what they want. Jenkins also reportedly emailed DeLuca and included a link that directed him to the Wikipedia definition of character arc, which is the journey a character embarks on over the course of a film that leaves them transformed. The studio allegedly gave Jenkins another chance to pitch a different direction for Wonder Woman, but once again, she refused since they had no plans to use her sequel treatment, and Jenkins decided to walk away and move on to her next film project. Now, this will be fairly easy to see whether this is true or not in the next couple of weeks when James Gunn and Peter Safran finally reveal the plan. It was claimed that Jenkins also had no interest in hearing CEO Gunn and Safran's input, though they were reportedly uninvolved in the situation. She just doesn't want to allow them to have a seat at the table to have an opinion on something new that she might come up with, the source explained. Again, this is unconfirmed, we don't know, but it sounds like an awful lot of narcissism, and it's not unheard of from Patty Jenkins, her leaving projects. She was attached to a Thor film, disappeared, gone, 2 months. The cancellation was claimed to not be the result of Gunn and Safran's future plans for the DC Universe, despite earlier reports saying that a Wonder Woman sequel was excluded. The news of Wonder Woman 3 being scrapped was released Wednesday, and THR claimed that Gunn and Safran have been in Aspen finalising their plans for the superhero company before laying out their wide-ranging plan for the next 5 years and beyond to Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav next week. Now, those plans apparently don't include a new Wonder Woman sequel that would have featured original Wonder Woman Linda Carter, which ironically comes just one day after Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot shared on social media that she can't wait to share her next chapter with you, which she has since deleted apparently. But with respect to that, this could simply be just because they know that it's not going to be with respect to Patty Jenkins moving forward. So Gal Gadot's like, well, we're still moving forward, just not with them. So who knows? Who knows? Now, this is the real clincher here. Is Wonder Woman 1984 took in just $46.8 million domestic and $122.8 million in foreign markets for a worldwide haul of $169.6 million from 822 on the first one. Now, obviously, it being released when it did will matter. It being released on HBO will matter. But good God, that's not good, and they will be wanting to sort that out. And they're going to be wanting to sort this out anyway, just from general feedback. 88% for the first one, and 58% for the second. Not good, especially with that level of drop in income as well. Sources claim that Jenkins and co-writer Jeff Johns recently turned in their treatment, and then obviously that's what's led to all of this from there. But let me know what you guys think down below. This will be an interesting turn of events. I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts. Again, there's precedent for this, but this is unconfirmed at this point in time. Take care.